will not stay a jot longer!
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your nephew bestow more favors upon the Countess's serving woman than ever she did upon me. I saw in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see thee now.
This was a great example of love in him towards you.
Slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
Nay, he had more grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint, banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was bought. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lord's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard, unless you do redeem yourself by some laudable attempt, either of valor, or policy.
And if it be anyway, it must be with valor, for policy I hate. I'd as lief be a Puritan as a politician.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to her?
Indeed. Write it in a martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how eloquent. So it be as big as the bed of Ware in England. Though thou writest with a goose pen, go. About it!
Where shall I find you?
At the Cabicolo. Go!
This is a dear mannequin to you, Lady Toby.
I had been dear to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or so.
We shall have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it.
Indeed not. But I'll meddle on some message for a challenge by word of mouth.
Ah, look! Here comes Marius.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon Malvolia is turned heathen, a very renegado, for there are no Christian means to be saved by believing rightly that can ever believe such impossible passages of grossness. She's wearing yellow stockings.
and cross-gartered.
Most villainously, like a pedant who keeps school in the church. I have dogged her like her murder. She obeys every point of the letter to which I have dropped to her. She smiles her face into more lines than is in the new map with the augmentations of the Indies. You have not seen a thing such as this. I can hardly forbear hurling things at her. I know my lord will strike her for it, and if he do, she'll take it for a great favor.
Bring us where she is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. But not to love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, sets forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonia, I can no other answer make but thanks. And thanks in ever oft good turns are shuffled off for such uncurrent pay. But were my worth as is my conscience firm, you should find better dealing. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, ma'am. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long till night. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in the sea fight against your Countess galleys, I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I ta'en here, it would scarce be answered.
Like you slew a great number of her people?
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. albeit the quality of the time and quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. It might have since then been answered in repaying what we took from them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not walk then too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold now. Here's my purse. In the south suburbs of the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whiles you beguile the time and feed your knowledge of viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply or I shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle markets, ma'am.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
Oh, I have sent for her. She says she'll come. Oh, how shall I feast her? What bestow of her? For youth is but more than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolia? She is sad and civil and suits me well for a servant of my fortunes. Where is Malvolia?
She's coming, Lord, but in a very strange manner. She seems sure possessed, Lord.
Why? What's the matter? Does she rave?
No, Lord. She does nothing but smile. Your lordship would best have some guard about you if she come, for the lady is sure tainted in the wits.
Go call her hither.
Malvolia?
I am as mad as she, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolia?
Sweet lord. Oh.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad, lord, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood. This cross-gartering! But what of that? If it please thee, I have won. It is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one, and please all.
Why, how dost thou, woman? What is the matter with thee?
Oh, not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolia?
To bed! Aye, sweetheart, and I will come to thee.
God, comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolia?
Oh, indeed. Yes. Nightingales answer dolls.
Why do you appear with this ridiculous boldness before my lord?
Be not afraid of greatness. Oh, 'twas well writ!
What means by that, Malvolia?
Some are born great.
Huh?
Some achieve greatness.
Well, what says thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee!
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings?
And wish to see thee ever cross-guarded.
Cross-guarded?
Go to, for thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers.
Why, this is very midsummer madness!
Sir, the young servant Countess Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat her back. She attends your lordship's pleasure.
I'll come to her. Marius! Good Marius! Give her... Let her be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of her.
Oh, do you come near me now? No worse woman than Lady Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. Cast thy humble sloth, says he, be
surly with servants, opposite with a kinsman. Put thyself into the trick of singularity, and consequently sets down the manner as a sad face, a slow tongue, a reverend carriage in some one of note, and so forth. I have limed him! Oh, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove, make me thankful. And when he went away, now, let her be looked to. Her! Not Malvolia, nor after my degree, but her. This adheres directly to the letter. That no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous or unsafe circumstance, nothing that can be can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Oh, but Jove, not I is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is she? In the name of sanctity.
Oh, here she is. Here she is. How is it with you? How is it with you?
Go off, let me enjoy my private. Go off, I discard thee.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within her. Did I not tell you? Lady Toby, my lord prays you to have care of her.
Aha! Does he so?
Allah, you would speak ill of the devil. She takes it at heart. Pray God she may not be bewitched.
Go to, peace.
How is't with you? How is't with you? What? Defy the devil.
Consider Beelzebub's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Carry her water to the wise man.
Marion, it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lord will not take her for less than I'll say.
Ah. How now, Master Marius?
Oh, Lord.
Do you not see me move her?
Huh. No way but gentleness. Gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Let me alone with her. How now, my Bokok? How dost thou chuck?
Madam.
Aye, Biddy. Come with me. 'Tis not for gravity to play a cherry pit with Satan. Hang him, foul collier.
Get her to say her prayers, Lady Toby. Get her to pray.
My prayers, minx.
Ah, no, I warrant she'll not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is possible? If it were played upon a stage now, I would condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Her very genius hath taken the infection of the device.
Nay, let us pursue her, lest the device take to the air and taint.
Ah, more matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge! Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Do but read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Thou comest to the Lord Oliver, and in my sight he uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Oh, good and to exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good?
thou kill'st me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good!
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek.
Aha!
If this letter move her not, her legs cannot. I'll give it her.
You may have very fit occasion for it. She is now in some commerce room with my lord, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew. Scout me for her at the end of the orchard like a bum bailey. So soon as thou seest her, draw, and as thou drawest, swear horrible. For it comes to pass off that a swaggering accent with it sharply twanged off gives manhood more approbation than ever proof itself would have awarded.
Nay, let me alone for swearing!
Now, will not I deliver this letter? For the behavior of the young gentlewoman gives her out to be of good capacity and breeding. Her employment between her lady and my lord will breed no terror in the youth. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, she will find it comes from a quadpole. But I will deliver the challenge by word of mouth. Set upon Sir Andrew a notable report of valor, as her youth will aptly receive it, and drive the youth into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity.
Ah, here she comes with your nephew. Make way till she take leave, and presently after him.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to unchariot. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears, goes on my mistress Greece.
Here. Wear this jewel for me. Tis my picture. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall thou ask of me that I'll deny? That honor saved may upon asking give.
Nothing but this. Your true love for my mistress.
How with mine honor may I give her that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Well, come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
God save thee!
And you?
That defense thou hast, to take thee to it. Of what nature thy wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not. But he stands at his opposite, having in him what? Youth, strength, skill, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at orchard end, skillful and deadly.
You mistake, madam. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you.
I pray you, what is he?
He is a knight, dubbed with unhatched rapier and on carpet consideration, but he is a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced. Three. And his incensement at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the gentleman. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike, this is a man of that quirk.
No. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Back you shall not to the house, lest you find in you man enough. Therefore strip your sword stark naked. Meddle you must, that's certain.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office, as to know of the gentleman what my offense to him is.
I will do so. Fabia, stay you by this gentlewoman till my return.
I pray you, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, ma'am, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
What is he?
He is indeed, ma'am, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in any part of Illyria. I will make my peace with him if you can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy.
Pox on it. I'll not meddle with her.
Aye, but she will not now be pacified. Fabia can scarce hold her yonder.
Plague on it. And I thought she had been so cunning and valiant in fence. Let her let the matter slip, and give her my horse Grey Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here, make a good show on it. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. He has offered his horse to put down the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's a devil.
She is as horribly conceited of him.
She protests she will not hurt you.
Pray God,
Defend!
Give ground if you see him furious.
She protests she will not hurt you. Come on, to it!
pray God!
If she have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend her, I for her defy you.
You? Why? What are you?
One, madam, that for her love dares yet do more than you have heard her brag to you she will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you!
I arrest thee at the suit of Countess Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, ma'am, no jot. I know your favor well. Though now you have no sea cap on your head.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. But there's no remedy, I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse? It grieves me much more what I cannot do for you than what befalls myself. You sound amazed, but be of comfort.
Come away!
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money? For the fair kindness you've shown me here, and part being prompted by your present trouble. Out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, I'll make division of my present with you. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound and mad, as to upbraid you of those kindnesses that I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in women than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any taint of vice, whose strong corruption inhabits our frail blood.
Oh, heavens themselves!
Come, I pray you, go!
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved her with the sanctity of love, and to her image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to me? The time goes by, away!
But oh, how vile an idol proves this god! Thou hast, O Sebi, done good feature shame. In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. Virtue's beauty, but the beauteous evil are empty trunks, are flourished by the devil!
The woman goes mad! Come, come!
Lead me on!
Methinks her words do from such passion fly that she believes herself. So do not I. Prove true imagination. Prove true that I, dear sister, be now taken for you. She is named Sebi. Oh, my sister she, yet living in my glass, even such, and we. And favor was my sister. Still she went, still in this fashion, color, ornament. For her I imitate. Oh, if it prove, salt waves are kind, and tempest fresh in love.
What a dishonest, paltry youth. More a coward than a hare. For her cowardship, ask Fabia.
A coward. A most devout coward. Religious in it.
Slid, I'll after her again and beat her!
Do cuff her soundly, but never draw thy sword.
But if I do not draw
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money, 'twill be nothing yet.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow, let me be clear of thee.
Well, held out I faith.
No, I do not know you, nor am not sent you by my master to bid you come speak with him. Nor is your name not Mistress Cesaria. Nor is this not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee vent thy folly somewhere else, thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly! She has heard the word of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I am afraid this great lubber, the world will prove a cockney. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my master. Shall I vent to him that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
By my troth, thou hast an open hand. These wise men that give fools money get themselves a good report. After 14 years' purchase.
Now, have I met you again? There's for thee!
Why? There's for thee, and there, and there! Are all the people mad?
Nay, put up your sword or I'll throw your dagger all the house. Woo! This I will tell my master straight. I would not be in some of your coats for tuppence. Come on, hold!
Nay, let her go, good Lady Toby. I'll have an action of battery against her if there be any law in Illyria, though I struck her first, but it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand!
Come on, soldier, put up your irons. You are well fleshed. Come on!
I would be free from thee! What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further.
Nay, I must have an ounce or two of this malapert blood from you!
Hold, Toby! On thy life I charge thee! Hold!
Sir?
Wilt it ever thus? Ungracious wench, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves, where manners never were preached. Out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesaria. Brutus, be gone. I prithee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up. Thou shalt not choose but go. Do not deny. Beshrew her soul for me. She started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or I am mad, or else this is a dream. That fancy still my sense in Lethe steep. If it be thus to dream, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Would thou be ruled by me?
Sir, I will.
Oh. Say so. It so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and beard. Come on, fool. Make her believe thou art Setobus, the curate. Well, I'll call Lady Toby the whilst. I'll put it on. I'll dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first to ever be dissembled in such a gown. Come. Give me some help. I'm not tall enough to become the function well, nor lean enough to be thought a good student. But to be said an honest man and a careful man goes as fairly as a good housekeeper and a great scholar. Ah.
This does not fit you.
Help!
Helping.
As I said, I am not lean enough. The beard.
Demetroff, you are an excellent Sir Topaz.
Twill be an excellent jest.
Jove bless thee,
Ah!
Master Parson.
Bonus dice, Lady Toby! For as the old hermit of Prague once very wittily said to a niece of King Gorboduc, that is. So, I, being Master Parson, am Master Parson. For what is that but that, and is but is? What do I say? Peace in this prison!
Name counterfeits well. A good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, here to cure Malvolia the lunatic!
Oh, Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz! Sir Topaz, go to my lord.
Out! Hyperbolical fiend! How vexedest thou this woman? Talk'st thou nothing of but men?
Well said, Master Parson.
Sir Topaz, never was woman thus abused.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan!
They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
I call thee by most modest terms, for I am one of the gentle ones, who will use the devil himself with courtesy. Thou said this house is dark.
As hell, Sir Topaz!
Why, it hath bay windows, as transparent as barricadoes, and the clerestories towards the south, the north, are as lustrous as ebony. Yet complainst thou still of obstruction.
I am not mad, Sir Topaz! I tell thee this house is dark!
Madman, thou errest! I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
And I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance be as dark as hell. And I say there was never a woman thus abused. I am as sane as thou art. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandam might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkst thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul, and in no way approve his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras, ere I will allow of thy wits, and fare to kill a woodcock, lest thou dispossess the soul of thy grandam.
Sir Topaz!
Fare thee well!
Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz!
Nay, I am for all waters. Thou mightest have done this without thy gown and beard. She sees thee not.
To her, in thine own voice, bring me word how thou findest her. I would we were well rid of this knavery. My cousin is a foul way out. My nephew shall have no more of it. Come, by and by, to my chamber.
Hey, Jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady
Fool!
dies.
Fool!
My lady is unkind, Pettigrew.
Fool, I say!
Yes, why is she so?
Fool!
She loves another.
Fool!
Calls, huh?
Oh, good fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well at thy hand. Help me to some pen, ink, paper, and light. As I am a gentlewoman, I swear I will be good to thee for it.
Mistress Malvolia?
Aye! Oh, good fool!
Alas, how fell you beside your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never woman so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
Then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me. Keep me in darkness. Send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise you what you say. The minister is here.
Malvolia, thy wits to heavens restore!
Sir Topaz.
Endeavor thyself to sleep and leave thy vain ribble-rabble!
Sir Topaz.
Maintain no words with her, good fool!
Who, I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz.
Marry a man!
I will, sir, I will.
Fool, I say!
Be patient. What say you? I am sent for speaking to
Good
you.
fool, help me to some light and paper and ink. I tell thee I'm as well in my wits as anyone in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, ma'am.
By this hand I am. Good fool, some paper, ink, and light, and convey what I will set down to my lord. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Oh, believe me, I am not mad. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a madman till I see his brains.
I will fetch you light paper and ink.
Good fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee be gone.
I am gone now, and anon I'll be with you again. As in a choice, I to the old Christ, your need to sustain. With the dear of laugh, in his rage and in his wrath, Christ. Oh!
to the devil like a madman. And thy nails, Dad. Adieu, good man, devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl he gave me, I do feel it and see it, and though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where is Antonia then? I could not find her at the Elephant, yet there she was. And there did I find this credit that she did range the town to seek me out. Her counsel now might do me golden service, for though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, but no madness, yet doth this accident and flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes, and wrangle with my reason that persuades me to any other trust but that I am mad. Or else the Lord is mad. Yet, if 'twere so, he could not sway his house, command his followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch, with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive he does. There's something in it that is deceivable. But here the Lord comes.
Blame not this haste of mine, if you mean well. Now, go with me and this holy father into the chantry by. There, before him and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it shall come to note. What time we will our celebration keep, according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father. And heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see this letter.
Good Mistress Fabia, grant me another request.
Anything.
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire my dog again.
Belong you to the Lord Oliver, friends?
Aye, ma'am, we are some of his trappings.
I know thee well. How dost thou, my good woman?
Truly, ma'am, the worse for my friends and the better for my foes.
Just the contrary. The better for thy friends.
No, ma'am, the worse.
How can this be?
Marry, ma'am, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass. So that by my foes I profit in the knowledge of myself, but by my friends I am abused. So that his conclusions to be as kisses, if your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then, the worse for my friends, the better for my foes.
Why, this is excellent.
By my troth, ma'am, no, though it please you to be one of my friends.
Oh, thou shalt not be the worse for me. There's gold.
But that it would be double dealing, ma'am. I would you could make it another.
Oh, you give me ill counsel. Oh.
By my troth, ma'am, put your grace in your pocket for this once, and let your flesh and blood obey it.
I will be so much a sinner to be a double dealer. There's another.
Primo,
Secundo tertio.
Is a good play, and the saying is, all pays for all, a good tripping measure, or the bells of Saint Bennet, man, may put you in mind.
You can fool no more money out of me at this throw. If you will let your lord know that I am here to speak with him and bring him along with you, it may awaken my bounty further.
Marry, ma'am, as you say, lullaby to your bounty. Till I come again, I go, ma'am, but I would not have you think that my desire of having is a sin of covetousness. As you say, ma'am, let your bounty take a nap.
I will awake it anon.
Here comes the lady, madam, that did rescue me.
That face of hers I do remember well. Though when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. A bobbling vessel was she captain of. A shallow draught and bulk unprizable, with which such scathful grapple did she make with the most noble bottom of our fleet, that very envy in the tongue of loss cried fame and honor on her. What's the matter?
Orsino, this is that Antonia that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is she that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private babble did we apprehend her.
She did me kindness, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not, 'twas but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou salt-water thief. What foolish boldness hath brought thee to their mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hath made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble one, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonia never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on basing ground enough Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither. That most ingrateful girl there by your side, from the rude seas enraged and foamy mouthed did I redeem. A rack past hope she was. Her life I gave her, and did thereto add my love without retention or restraint, all hers in dedication. For her sake did I expose myself, pure for her love, into the dangers of this adverse town. Drew to defend her when she was beset, where being apprehended, her false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught her to face me out of her acquaintance, and grew a 20 years removed thing while one would wink, denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to her use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When came she to this town?
Today, my lady, and for 3 months before, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Count! Now heaven walks the earth. But for thee, woman, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me, but more of that anon. Take her aside.
What would my lady but that she may not have, wherein all of her may seem serviceable? Caesarea, you do not keep promise with me.
Sir?
Gracious Oliver.
What do you say, Caesarea? Good, my lady.
My lady would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lady, is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lady.
What a perverseness! Uncivil gentlemen, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul, the faithfulest offerings, hath breathed out, that ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lady, that shall become her.
Oh, why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partially know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, that you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear, I tender dearly. Her will I tear out of that cruel eye which she sits crowned in her mistress's spite. Come, girl, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love, despite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most willingly, for you 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesaria?
After her I love, more than I love these eyes. So I'll be true more by all Moors than ever I shall love you. If I do feign thy witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested, how I am beguiled.
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away!
Whither, my lady? Cesaria, wife, stay!
Wife?
Aye, wife. Can she that deny?
His wife, madam?
No, my lady, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that make thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesaria, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art as great as thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by the reverence here to unfold, through lately we intended to keep in darkness wrap now, reveals before 'tis ripe. What thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by the interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since was my father's choice, I have travelled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub! What wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or wilt not else thy craft so quickly grow that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take him. But direct thy feet where thou and I, henceforth, may never meet.
My lady, I protest.
Oh, do not swear. Oh, little faith thou has too much fear.
For the love of God! Your help! For the love of God, send a surgeon presently to Lady Toby. Has broke my head across and has given Lady Toby a bloody coxcomb too.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Countess's serving woman, one Cesaria. We took her for a peaceful maiden, but she's the very devil incarnate.
My gentlewoman Cesaria.
Odds lifelings, here she is. You broke my head across, and that I did, I was set on to do it by Lady Toby. Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespake you fair and hurt you not. If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. Lady Toby! You shall hear more. But if she had not been in drink, she would have tickled you other gates than she did.
How now, my good woman? How is't with you? Has hurt me, and there's the end on it. Sot, did see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, she's drunk. Lady Toby, an hour anon. Her eyes were set at 8 i' the morning.
Come, Lady Toby, for we'll be dressed together.
You, the mask, the cock, the name.
Get her to bed and let her hurt be looked to.
I'm sorry, sir. I have hurt your kinsman, but Had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard on me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweetheart, even for the vows we made but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is not.
Antonia! Oh, my dear Antonia! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I lost thee.
Heavy are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonia?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebi?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a sister, nor can there be that deity in my nature of here and everywhere. I had a brother, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What country? What name? Of what parentage?
Of Messalin, Sebastian was my father. Such a girl, Sebi, she was my sister. So when she suited to her watery tomb, if spirits can assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
The spirit I am indeed, but in that dimension grossly clad, which from the womb I did participate. Were you a man as the rest goes even, I should my tears let fall upon your cheek and say, welcome, drowned Violone.
My father had a mole upon his brow,
And so had mine.
and died that day. Violone from his birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act the day he made my brother 13 years.
If nothing, let's to make us happy both, but this, my feminine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of time, place, fortune do cohere and jump. That's I am Violone. To confirm, I'll bring you to a captain in this town, where lie my manly weeds, and by whose help I was preserved to serve this noble lady. All the occurrence of my fortune since hath been between this lord and this lady.
So comes it, Lord, you have been mistook. But nature in her bias drew to that. You would have been contracted to a man. Nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are betrothed both to man and maid.
Be not amazed. Right noble is her blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wrack. Cesaria, you have said to me 1,000 times that thou shouldst never love man like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear. All those swearings keep as true in soul as doth the orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy manly weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath these garments. She upon some action is now in durance at Malvolia's suit, a lady and follower of my lord.
She shall free her. Fetch Malvolia hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me, they say, poor gentlewoman, she's much distract. The most extracting frenzy of mine own, from my remembrance, clearly banished hers. How does she, sirrah?
Truly, sir, she holds Beelzebub at the stave's end as well as any woman in her case may do. Has he written a letter to you? I should have given to you today morning, but since madmen's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not when they are delivered.
Open and read it.
Look then, to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
How now? Art thou mad?
No, sir. I do but read madness, and your lordship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Prithee, read it in thy right wits.
I do, sir, but to read it is to read thus. Therefore, perpend, my prince, and give ear.
Read it, you, sirrah.
By the Lord, master, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have thrown me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet I have the benefit of my senses and your lordship. I have your own letter, which incensed me to the semblance that I put on, with the which I doubt not but to do me much good or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought of and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolia.
Did she write this?
Aye, sir.
This savors not much of distraction.
Fetch Malvolia hither. My lady, so please you, these things further thought on, to think me as well as a brother, as a husband. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here, at my house and at my proper cost.
My lord, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your mistress quits you, and for your services done her, so much against the mettle of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you have called me mistress for so long, here is my hand. You shall, from this time be, your mistress's master.
Oh, brother, you are he?
Is this the mad woman?
Aye, my lady, the same. How now, Malvolia?
Sir, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolia?
Lord, you have. Pray you peruse that letter. You must not deny now it is in your hand. Write from it, if you can, in hand or phrase or say. 'Tis not your seal, not your invention. You can say none of this. Tell me then, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such clear lights of favor. Bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you in yellow stockings, and to frown on Lady Toby and the lighter people. And acting this in an obedient hope. Why have you suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that ever invention played on? Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolia, this is not my writing. Though I confess much like the character, but out of question, 'tis Marius's hand. And now I do bethink me, 'twas he first told me thou wast mad. Thou comest in smiling, and in such forms were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed upon thee. But when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Sir, please hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. Most freely I confess myself and Lady Toby set this device against Malvolia here upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against her. Marius writ the letter, at Lady Toby's great importance, whereof in recompense she hath married him. How with a sportful malice it was followed may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if the injuries be justly weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Well, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some of greatness thrown upon them! He was one, sir, in this interlude. One Sir Topaz, sir.
Malvolia, Malvo!
But all's one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad! But do you remember? Why laugh you at such a barren rascal? And you smiled, not she's gagged. And thus, the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I will be revenged on the whole pack of you!
She hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue her, and entreat her to a peace. She hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known, and golden time convince, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, dear brother, we will not part from hence. Cesaria, come. For so you shall be called while you are woman. But when in other habits you are seen, I'll be your mistress, and your fancy's queen.
When that I was a little tiny child with hey, ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing did make me smile, for the rain it raineth every day. When that I was but a pup with hey, ho, the wind and the rain, foolish things the door was shut, oh the rain it raineth every day. But when I came on last with hey ho the wind and the rain, by swaggering there was no room, the rain it raineth every day. When I came to my bed with hay, ho, the wind and the rain, I could still fall still, had drunken heads, for the rain it raineth every day.
A great while ago the world begun with hey, ho, the wind and the